Welcome to the Downtown Studio Midland's In Focus series. It's a podcast where we get to speak with creators among West Texas. I'll be your host, Mike. This is my beautiful wife, Steph. And today we have a really special guest. We have Darien Smith with Abundance Photography.
Yes.
So, Darien, thank you for being here. Really quick, though. Hey, man, I'm late to the party, but I think I told you before. But, man, congratulations. New kid coming up.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Boy or girl?
Excited. It's a boy.
All right.
Yeah, we just need more men in this world, so... That's all I'm trying to
good
do.
men.
Yeah, good men.
There you
good
go.
men. Good men of God. So
yeah. And you have one previous boy, correct?
Yes. I got a 5-year-old right now, Desmond. He is an absolute blast. He is a ball full of joy, man. It's fun. I love being a dad.
Yeah, man. So let me ask you, kind of like dad to dad, kind of how did that? I don't know. It's 5 years ago, but I mean, I'm sure you slept since then. But how did that feeling go from like not having a kid to now like having a kid? Like, how was that feeling for you?
Dude, I just had a realization this week. It's crazy you're saying that because I was just thinking about that. Like, man, I had a life before my son, And honestly, it wasn't that good of a life now that I think about it. Before my wife and kid, I mean, a lot of people always think like, oh, man, like you get to go wherever you want. You get to go wherever you want. Do I need to touch this?
Just push it a little forward. There you go.
Get closer.
All right.
Oh, get closer.
It's copywritten. Can't say no more.
So, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's true. We're going to get flagged already. But, you think like, oh, I get to go wherever I want, do whatever I want, and go home and sleep whenever I want, blah, 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 blah. But life isn't meant to be selfish. Life isn't designed for just you, right? So whether it's for family, friends, stranger, like we're meant to serve, dude. We're meant to have connections with other people. So that mentality of like, what's mine is mine. And like, I get to live in this freedom and they don't realize it's actual bondage, dude.
Yeah.
Because you're wired to have relationship, So whether that's with your wife, your husband, your child, you're designed to have relationship. You're not designed for isolation or living your life for yourself.
Yeah.
Ask any person over 60 that's not married with no kids and ask them if they're happy.
Yeah.
It's subjective, but I promise you a very large group of them are going to be like, you know what? I wish I had stayed with my wife.
It is a different feeling.
Like, oh yeah.
It's a different life. It's a better life, I would say. It's a harder life, but I think it bears more fruit.
Yeah, it bears so much. I don't know if it's a harder life. I feel like I have so much more enjoyment with my son. One, because it's a second opportunity to invest in what I missed out on, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's even more rewarding whenever you get to see it for someone else. Not only someone else, but someone that's your blood.
Yeah.
This little thing looks like me.
Oh, yeah.
Like every day I'm like, gosh, you look like me and you're annoying me right now, just like I annoyed my dad. You know what I mean? But now I have this opportunity, right? Yeah. Do I respond the way that my dad did or do I respond in a way that's better than what my dad did? My dad is a great dad.
Yeah.
But he didn't do everything perfect, just like we're not going to do everything perfect, right? But that opportunity that presents itself on my father's ceiling is going to be my floor.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that opportunity to lead with grace, to lead with love, gentleness with a boy, dude, it's magical. Mm-hmm. So is it harder? I think the thing that makes it hard is letting go of what we already know. Yeah. Letting go of what we grew up with, right? Or bettering or improving what we grew up with, right? So it was our parents' first time being parents.
Yeah.
It was their first time. So this is our first time too, but we could take their example, build off of the good example that they set and do out with the bad examples that they set so that we can create a better life for our children.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's the hard part is letting go of your way is the highway. I mean, my way or the highway
your
type deal mentality, but
right.
understand that, hey, like, this is your first time being my son, and guess what? This is my first time being your dad, and we're going to figure this out together.
Yeah. That's my argument about it being harder because it's more rewarding and there's more at stake, and that's a good thing though. I think it needs to be harder. I think if it was easy, it wouldn't be as rewarding. But
yeah, that's true.
You're absolutely right about our parents' ceiling needs to be our floor.
Yeah,
that's a great way to put it.
Yeah,
and so you having that great example instilled in you. Now you get to build on that and be, better and put that, instill that into your son. So yeah, I mean, it's a game changer, like for sure.
It is, dude. It is, man. It's absolutely fun. And it's very enlightening. You know what I mean? Because you'll see stuff with your kids and you're like, dang, I remember I used to do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And my dad would get annoyed, And
then you sometimes feel like, man, I grew up way too fast. And it's like, I want my kids to stay kids.
That's a big one. That is such a big one. I'm the youngest of, I don't know how many people. You should have seen me in 3rd grade, bro. Whenever we had to do our family tree and I had to tape 2 papers together. And people are like, oh, that's so cool. You got 2 moms, 2 dads. I'm like, I've never met those people. Like, I grew up with who's in my house right now. Yeah. But I've always been, the youngest, but I've always been the big little brother. Yeah. You know what I mean? The one that people kind of came to, like, for advice, for money, for lots of money, actually. So I don't know where I was going with that, but just that having to be mature at an age that I should have still been, like, chilling. You know what I mean? Yeah. In a sense.
Well, so let me ask you this. So a lot of times when we have, like, we've had new moms on here, and it's like their perspective of the photography stuff kind of changes with motherhood, and they kind of lean more towards, these are the moments I try to get as a photographer now, because as a mom, I love these moments. Yeah. So as a dad, is there anything like that as a photographer now and a new father? Well, 5 years ago, but as a newer father and now to be another father again, how has that shaped kind of your photography, if it has any?
Honestly, especially whenever I do like senior sessions, for sure, with boys or even just males in general, there's such a it's like a drought going on right now for male appreciation. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So whenever I'm doing sessions for couples or just a male himself or a male senior, I really want to maximize on who they are in that moment, right? Yeah. The things that you're into, the things that you're confident in, the things that make you who you are right now, because the world is always trying to shape who we're supposed to be as men and tell us how we're supposed to act, how we're supposed to dress, what's ideal for a man. It's like, you've never been a man. Half the time you'll see these articles and stuff like that, and you look at the bottom, published by Suzanne Richard. You know what I mean? It's like, you've never been a man. You don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So being a male photographer and be able to maximize that for men and be like, yo, bro, I got you. I'm not going to pose you, make you look effeminate. I'm not going to pose you in a way that's going to make you look like not a man, Yeah. So I'm very, very, very passionate about that. And I promise you, most couples that I've shot, they'll tell you that. I'm like, no, I'm going to make sure that the man looks like a man in the photos. Absolutely. So I always want to maximize on that because we always going to make sure the girl look good. Yeah, absolutely. Half the time you ain't got to put much work in there. They always be like, oh, give him a good sign. Yeah, tickle him with double chin. But it's like, you look beautiful. I promise you look beautiful. Let's make sure your husband looks good too. That just came here with his wrinkly shirt on. Because he spent all his energy trying to make sure that you look good. Yeah. You know what I mean? The man has to look good too. The woman is a representation of the man, but also the man needs to be a representation of the woman too. If your woman looks good, brother, you got the right to look good too. So I definitely maximize on that. Yeah. So let me ask you this. You can share if you can. It's a little. There's nothing that I won't share, brother.
Perfect. So being a father, shooting weddings, you ever get choked up?
Choked up?
Yeah, like
choked up is an understatement, like, brother. I'll be bawling, brother. I'm talking about what's that rap song? Bawling. I don't want to get copyrighted.
It always gets me when they hand off their daughter to the husband or soon to be husband.
And it's just so many different aspects of weddings that just get me because marriage was something that I've always desired for myself, even whenever I was in high school. And even whenever I was in like junior high, people always ask me, what do you want to be? It was always two things I said. I want to be a father and I want to be a husband. And those are two things that I stopped believing in for a very, very long time. So weddings in general jack me up, brother. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'll be balling hard.
Or like the first dances with their dads. Oh man,
Yes.
that always kind of
Oh
gets
my
me. I'm like,
gosh,
oh man, I might be here and soon.
Yeah. I'm very in tune with my
Not
emotions.
too soon.
I mean, so we got 5-year-old, almost 6, and a 2-year-old. So it's
Yeah,
like,
don't
I
blink
got-
too slow.
right, for real.
Man, don't blink too slow. But yeah, I'm very in tune with my emotions, man. I love expressing my emotions. I love expressing just authenticity. You know what I mean? And I think that's one thing that helps our clients feel more connected to us, right? That we're not just a service there in serving them, but we're there to experience the moment with them too.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times we meet with our clients months in advance, right? We'll go have lunch with them. Hey, what do you want? Yada, yada, yada. You know, we do the engagement session. And by that time, we done already built a connection so that whenever wedding day come up, man, we're so invested too. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, it's like
Yeah.
I'm
love
over there
it.
holding grandma too. Like, I know she grew up so fast.
Would you agree that like kind of being more in tune with that emotion kind of helps you make that picture even better because it's like I know the emotion
Yes.
I want.
You understand.
Yeah.
You understand the story. You understand the connection between the couple, right? I always call my clients and ask them, what is your love story?
Yeah.
You know, how did y'all get to this point? And man, you'll hear some of the most phenomenal love stories. And you're just like, wow, this is so much more than just a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize like there's not enough money in the world for some of the things that we shoot,
Yeah.
you know, because you're capturing something that almost didn't happen. You're capturing something that was, even for me, not even a part of my story. I didn't even want it to be a part of my story anymore.
Yeah.
The very thing that I wanted, I was like, I don't even believe it anymore. You know, so you're capturing that and you're framing that for them for the rest of their life, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not just for them to experience, but the generations to come to experience too. So
Yeah.
that whenever they look at those photos and they can say, yeah, mama and daddy almost didn't get together. Mama and daddy were together for years. And then daddy finally realized that the greatest blessing you could have in this world is a wife. There's only 2 things that God says is good in the Bible. It's in Genesis, after he creates stuff, he says, it is good, it is good. And then later he says, after that Eve is created, and then she becomes a wife and all that, right? He who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, just whenever you're able, you know that stuff, and you're able to explain that to your kids, and it's like, dang, mommy was looking at daddy with so much love.
Yeah.
Daddy was looking at mama with so much love. That's what I want for me.
Yeah.
That's what I want for myself. Whenever you actually have that picture, bro, that picture, I don't have no pictures of my dad's childhood at all. All he could do is to give me his word. And I try to conjure up what I can with what he tells me. But if I had a picture of the struggle that he went through, of the divorce that he went through, you know, the business that, you know, he had a business, all those things, if I had a picture, I could be like, dang, I have a visual to where I can actually feel this.
Yeah.
You know, so just capturing all those moments, man, is enlightening.
And that's
the word of the day, enlightening.
And it's like it kind of transcends just being a picture. It's now like almost like a livable moment that you can go back to and
Over and over.
and yeah.
Oh,
And
Tell
just
the
be-
story for a lifetime.
yeah, man. I'm just thinking of a photo right now that I took at this church. And it was at a time that me and my dad weren't talking to each other. My dad, we were like, I don't know if this is the right word to use, estranged or...
Yeah, no. That's,
Yeah, for 4 years. And it was this man with his 2 twin sons, grown men.
Yeah.
They're older than me, you know, and he had both of them in his arms like this, just holding them, loving on them. And that hit me so hard because it was like, man, that's the type of love I desire from my dad.
Yeah.
That's the love I've always wanted. That's that validation, that acceptance that I've always wanted from him, you know? So that photo was so much motivation for me because it made me realize that that is what my dad gives me. It may not look the way that I want it to look, but it's what he was given. He's trying to give it to me the best way he can.
Yeah.
And if I want that love for me to look that way, I should desire that from my son also.
Yeah.
I don't have control over what my dad is or what type of dad my dad is to me, but I have all control of what type of dad I am for my son. So,
Absolutely.
man, I tell you what, I love my son as much as I possibly can. Because outside of this business, outside of the clients I have, outside of the career in law enforcement I used to have, all that stuff, brother, the greatest blessing you could ever give yourself is love. And the greatest gift you could give anybody else, bro, is love.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
They're
And
gonna
that's what
remember
I
that.
strive to do.
They're gonna remember that
single
more
day.
than the accomplishments, the
Oh,
ribbons
yeah.
that you got on your
The
uniform,
accolades.
the accolades, the
Exactly.
awards. They'll remember that
Yeah.
more than anything.
Always
They'll
tell
remember
people-
the way they feel versus all their
Exactly.
words.
And that's what I was going to say. You'll never remember everything someone said to you or what they did for you, but you'll always remember how they made you feel.
Absolutely.
You know, and I always want people to remember that feeling, whether it's through the interaction of me in that moment of shooting their wedding, quince, senior session, whatever. I've been in tears in senior sessions, you know, me and the dad, you know. But I want them to remember that feeling.
Yeah.
Like, man, I don't remember what he shot for me, but I just remember he made me feel good.
Yeah.
You know,
I like
made me
that.
feel comfortable. He made me feel like me, you know. So that's what's most important to me.
Yeah.
Man, I like that. It's
Very,
powerful.
it's very powerful.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel that makes you a really good photographer, is you're able to capture that emotion, not even capture that emotion, but like I said, transcend that photo to a moment that has that tied to it. And so now it's like, there's so much more than just, red and blue and green colors on this, like our paper, it's much more than that.
Yeah.
It's like a whole moment that you can relive over and over.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I think that's what we should strive for as us photographers is capturing the moment of what we're witnessing.
Mm-hmm. Capturing moments and creating moments too, you know. I think that's a big one. Her name is Ashley Bates. She's like a sister to me now. She's a wedding coordinator.
Oh,
And
I met her the other day.
yeah, she's amazing, dude. And she's really taught me create moments for people too, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes weddings don't go in the direction that we needed to go.
Right.
Or we want it to go,
Right.
you know? And there's always like these little bitty moments where we can invest in, where we make that day just a little more special for them, make it a little more better, right? I love Ashley, dude. Like the bride can just be like, I'm a little hungry. She's going to show up with Chick-fil-A. She's like, what do you want? I'll DoorDash it right now, right? Or I'm cold. I got a blanket.
Right.
Oh, man, I don't know how to get this. I got a curler. You know what I mean? So creating those moments where it just brings more peace, less stress, right? Just helping your day go more smoother. So you're able to actually enjoy those moments that's in front of you already versus having to focus on the little things that tend to go wrong. You know what I mean? So.
Our wedding day.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We
What's the story?
so we got married in New Braunfels. But like my brother, so we got our cake from HEB, which was a great cake.
Mm-hmm.
But like we sent my brother to go like get the cake, and he calls me and he's like, hey, they don't have your order. And I was like, what? And it's like, they had totally forgot about our order. And so they're just like, we'll make it right now. You tell us when to drop it off. We'll drop it off. And we said 12 o'clock. And 12 o'clock on the dot, they walked in we got married at the Little Red Barn. 12 o'clock on the dot, they were right there. And they brought us an extra one. And it was a great cake. But like,
Wow.
Luckily, that was the only thing that really went wrong.
The big thing.
Yeah.
So, and also the week before our wedding, my makeup and hairstylist bowed out.
Oh, my Lord.
And luckily, my best friend lives there. And so she did some wheeling and dealing and got somebody for me at the last minute. But she was like, I guess she had decided that a rodeo was more important. And so,
Man.
it was just kind of hard because, we live here and that is an out of town thing.
Yeah.
It was kind of one of those things, but
That-
it was still beautiful. And then a cold front blew in at the last minute, but it was still
so it's kind
like,
of windy. So there was like the little venue, it's like had like an old timey church, and it had shutters, and so the wind would kind of just like rattle them. It didn't like and compared to all this stuff, it was like it went smooth.
it went smooth.
It really did. Like
Yeah.
we have nothing really to complain about. The cake story is just kind of funny because my brother was like freaking out. He's like, I don't want to tell Steph. I was like, you'll be fine. I'll tell her.
It's
Like,
fine.
Oh, man.
he didn't
It
want
was-
to bring the bad news.
It was fine. At that point, I was like, it is what it is. Like, We have enough barbecue. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is at this point.
It was not.
It's like, what are we going to do? Nothing. We'll just eat barbecue.
Right.
We just don't get sweets.
So now it's like, we take that when we just, when we do weddings, it's like, hey, what do you need?
Yeah.
And so like we try to be prepared as we can. So we have like a wedding bag where I have extra ties, I have extra
We have a tie
pocket
pin.
squares.
Oh,
we have
nice.
we have tie
That's
pins.
amazing.
We have like blister band-aids for the bride maids. Like, I mean, we got pins. We've got like
I have a crochet hook for the brides. So if mom has trouble, like, because you know how some of the wedding dresses, like they have the button hooks,
Yeah.
and man, that takes forever to do.
Yes.
So I finally got my son to give me one of his crochet hooks, so I can.
Yeah, we've got like bridal bug out bags. Like we try to be prepared, so when they go, oh man, we're out of this, like I got you.
That's amazing. That is amazing. I might have to do something like that. That's incredible. But yeah, because I fought on one of them dresses before too.
For real, because they got like 30 buttons.
Yeah.
Not even joking, because they got the zipper, but then you have all those buttons extra.
Oh yeah.
Crochet hook. I'm just saying.
Crochet hook, guys. If you're in wedding photography,
have a bug out bag.
yeah,
Bug out bag.
So that's the name, bug out bag.
I mean,
yes.
You know where we got that.
You know where we got that. So how did you get started in doing photography?
Oh, it's a funny story, man. So I got started in 2020. COVID.
Oh, sorry. Are we allowed to say COVID? Will we get canceled?
I don't think so.
Vid.
I think
The vid season. We're going to call it the vid season.
The thing that happened in 2020.
Yeah, the vid. And, y'all are in law enforcement, so y'all understand how broke we were back then. All the
entire
bars shut
country was.
down, no weddings, no quince, so we didn't have that extra income, so. And my wife was pregnant, and she wanted the maternity pictures. What's funny is I didn't even know what maternity pictures meant. I thought it was like some college thing or something like that. I was an idiot. But so she's like, I want maternity pictures. I'm like on Google, and so she wants pictures of her belly that's not even there, because my wife is like 8 months pregnant and there's like no baby there. And then just one morning it was just like, hello,
like just showed up out of
it was
nowhere.
just there, bro. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, there's really a kid coming. All right. So so I look up prices. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm too broke for this for sure. So my mother-in-law had a camera. And I was like, well, shoot, I've done worked in a studio before, music studio, you know what I'm saying?
So you know what to do?
Yeah, I know what to do. I've done shots of music videos and stuff like that. And so I took her camera and we took the photos at the Museum of the Southwest. And my mother-in-law is the one that actually posted the pictures. And then people are like, texting me like, oh man, these are so great. Like, where can we book and blah, 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 blah. I didn't even know what booking meant
like,
at the
book?
time. I was so
about?
ignorant to like any of this stuff. It was like book. Like, the only book I know is the Bible.
Like, I ain't giving you no
what
book of
what
these
book you want?
pictures.
Genesis or Malachi? So just kind of like, I come from a family of entrepreneurs. My mom owned a business, my dad, a few of my uncles.
Yeah.
And I like worked under them for a while. So just kind of like already having that entrepreneurial mindset was kind of like, oh, shoot, well, maybe this is another way we can make some money, So Jake Sanchez, I was telling you about, called that guy the gardener, because I'm serious. This dude plants seeds in people and they sprout.
Yeah.
Whether it's businesses, families, marriages, they sprout into something. And he was the one that kind of like really believed in me first and gave me like my first gig at a church. And it just went really well. And it wasn't necessarily the photos, but it was just the fact that somebody believed in me.
Yeah.
Believed in something that I didn't believe in myself in at all, So it was just like, wow, like if this dude sees this in me, then what can it actually be for me, So I just hit the ground running from there, man, and just indulging, I kid you not, hours on top of hours on YouTube. That's why I tell people I went to the University of YouTube.
Right.
I have my doctorate in the University of YouTube because, dude, I was just indulging in so much information about photography, cameras, and stuff like that. Not so much cameras. I mean, more photography, right?
Yeah.
Like y'all know into firearms. People that's really great shooters. I'm an excellent shooter. But you come to me and be like, yeah, the new PP9363 came out. And I'm just like, brother, I don't know. can it protect my life? Okay, yeah, I'll probably get it,
Yeah.
you know. So that's how I am whenever it comes to photography. I don't know the ins and outs about cameras and stuff like that, but I'll tell you what, if I see a photo and I look at light and stuff, I'm like, oh, I know how they did that, and I could do it too.
Yeah.
But from there, from 2020 to 2025, here we are. I'm actually full-time. I've been full-time for almost 2 years.
That's great.
Glory to God on that, dude. Man, it was a leap of faith. I know people say that in the sense of kind of like just a figurative of speech, but it was literally, brother, I jumped with a blindfold on, no wings, no propeller, no nothing. Just, Lord, don't just take the wheel, but take the wings and catch me. You know what I mean? And I literally live by faith day in and day out. It was a Tuesday. I had a meeting with a client, and we didn't talk about God or nothing like that. But after that meeting, it just felt like the Lord was like, hey, it's time.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay. Because he had told me it was like the November before, and I was just making excuses, right? Like, man, I got a 2-year-old. Like, he's going to get hurt. I need insurance. Like, we get holidays off, weekends off. I got plenty of time for the business. So I stayed there, and everything was fine. Like, everything was fine. Nothing changed at work. Nothing changed in the dynamics of my marriage or anything like that. But I had absolutely no peace at all. I had no peace, and I had no enjoyment in my life. So this time, whenever the Lord was calling me, I was just kind of like, okay, all right, well, I'm going to pray on it. I'm not even going to second guess it. And it was just like, Friday's your last day.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, Lord, so, you know, the way it works, you know, you got to put in a 2 weeks notice and, you know. So there I go. Started making these excuses again. I was like, no, let's not do that. If Friday is my last day, then that's going to be my last day. So I went to Sergeant Garcia at the time. I told him what was going on. Just let him know what was on my heart. And I was like, hey, like, this is what's going to happen. It wasn't no real, like, hey, like, what do you think? It was like, yo, brother, you don't pay my bills. I'm sorry, God does. And this is what's going to happen. He was like, okay, I'll let Carter know and see what he says. And Carter calls me. He's like, I heard you're leaving. I was like, yes, sir, I am. And Friday? Like, yes, sir, if it's okay with you. It's like, it's more okay than okay with me. It's like, we'll just use your sick time for the rest of the time that you need to do your 2 weeks. And God bless you. And if you ever need to come back, come on back. And I was just like, yes. But, and I just want to share this too. Whenever God calls you to do something, have complete confidence that he's going to see you through it. I say, if God brings you to it, he's going to see you through it. Brother, that Friday, I'm telling my wife, cancel all our subscriptions. We eat noodles for the next 3 months. We're not going out of town. We're not going to take no vacations. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. Blah, 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 right? Because in my mind, I'm like, I have to be in control of how this is going to go because I have $400 in my account. I have no plan for what's going to happen next. I had no real like stable bookings or anything like that. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, we need to prepare for these hard days to come and blah, 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 blah. Brother, no. I have more subscriptions now than I've ever had. Brother, we got Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Prime Video.
All of them.
What's the other one? Brother, we got all of it. We got, brother.
YouTube TV.
Yeah, we got YouTube TV. Actually, we paid last year. It's my mother-in-law year to pay this time, so they paying for it this year. I got every gym membership, like Hot Works. I got True Fit, Planet Fit. I'm so serious. I'm the biggest gym donor in Midland, Texas. And you only could go to one at a time. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Because they won't let you cancel once you start them.
Right.
But I just say all that to say that whenever God really calls you to do something, understand that he has plans for you to prosper in it. He has plans for you to be successful in it. He's not going to call you to something that's going to be detrimental to your life, right? Maybe it won't look good in the beginning. It could have not looked good for me at the beginning, right? Thankfully, it did look good because maybe the Lord knows the way I work. I'm like, if it ain't working at the beginning, then Lord, it probably ain't working at all, you know? But just that trust in him to understand that His plans for you are the best plans, you know? If
Yeah.
he says he's our father, well, guess what? The plans that you give for your kids, you're not going to give them the one that's going to be okay, right? Or maybe it'll work. No, you give them the stewardship and you give them the guidance that you believe is going to be best for them.
Yeah.
And if my God is perfect, then that means that his plans are perfect for me too.
Yeah.
So it taught me to walk in that confidence and that assurance that whatever he brings me to, it's going to be good for me. You know, so the dependency is now off of me, but all on him. And if it fails, then it's kind of like, well, it's on you, God, not me.
Yeah.
You know, but his plans don't fail. So even whenever it looks like failure, count it all joy because you know that all things work together for those that love the Lord. And that's what the Bible says. So even though it doesn't look good right now, it doesn't mean it won't look good later.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I live by, man. I live by the word of God. I know the word of God very, very well. And that's what our business is. It's abundance photography. We call ourselves abundance photography because we have more than enough. I am so ignorant. My business is literally founded on more than enough.
Yeah.
And when I left, I was like, we need to have less. Ain't it funny how we could believe things for other people, but we can't believe it for ourselves? You know what I mean?
True story.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
Like we were just talking about when we get our pictures taken, we can believe it for other people, but when it comes to ourselves, we're like, I don't know what to do for myself,
Yeah,
but I can do it for other people. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know how to pose myself. Like, what do I do?
Yeah,
But we do it all day
exactly.
long for other people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, but that's
No.
that's what the root of our business. We are a Christian based establishment. You know, we
Yeah.
believe everything that we have is because of God. That's why I'm a very, very giving person because everything I have is not in my possession. It doesn't belong to me. I believe everything good in your life comes from God and it's given to you to share, to serve, to
Yeah.
invest, right? Into other people, you know? So that was one of my biggest issues whenever it came to the studio was like, man, like I want to charge, but everyone's calling is different, you know? And I believe for me, my calling is to invest what I have into other photographers, you know, and if they bless me, whether it's a thank you or they pay me, that's great. But I just believe my treasures are truly stored in heaven, you know,
Yeah.
and that's where I want them to be stored. Like all this stuff is, man, it comes and goes. Money comes and goes.
Absolutely.
These cameras come and go, you know what I mean? But everything that is eternal and things that last for a lifetime or eternal lifetime, God has for us in heaven, you know? So I just hope my trophy room, my treasure room is full. And I just want it
Yeah.
to be full from left to right, flow up, you know?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I
No,
love
that's
that.
great.
I love that you've taken that deep dive into full faith leap. That's awesome. And so you've grown a lot in 2 years, taking
Yeah.
that leap of
Yeah.
faith.
Mm-hmm.
Not only in your business, but in parenthood and marriage and everything else. And
Yeah.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah, and I think that's what's most important to me is growing as a man of God.
Yeah.
That's what's most important. If you grow as a man of God, everything else is going to grow. You know what I mean? Whether it's directly or indirectly. But whenever you really focus on who you are and who God is calling you to be in Christ, I believe that's whenever you see the actual success in everything else,
Yeah.
you know? And the crazy part is you don't even care about the success. I can't tell you how much I do not care about the success of my business because if it's not founded in one fulfillment in Christ for me, what am I doing it for?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
you know, that's the only thing that really matters to me. There's a passage in the Bible after David sinned. He says to God, like, take anything and everything from me, but just don't take your presence away from me. And this is very, very wealthy. I mean, he was a king, you know, he was, you know, everyone looked up to him. And he said, out of everything I have, God, just don't take your presence away from me.
Yeah.
And that's what I desire for myself. Like, Lord, it don't matter where I go in this life. It doesn't matter what my business looks like, whether it's doing well or it's doing bad or become a millionaire. Lord, wherever I go, just keep your presence there with me. Because I know where your presence is, there's that peace that I didn't have whenever I was still a cop.
Yeah.
There's that fulfillment that I didn't have before I got married and had kids, you know? So everything that we have in this life is temporary. Even your life alone is temporary. We have an end date, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that's eternal is God. And the thing that I can experience right now in this life is his presence.
Yeah.
So that's what I strive to exemplify in my life is his presence, so that hopefully someone else can see that relationship that I have with them and then realize that, yo, you can have that relationship with them too.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean, I'm sure that I already know the answer to this question, but that faith that you have, I'm sure that's gotten you through a lot of hard nights in this business and being an entrepreneur.
Oh man.
And how I guess, like, do you feel like that's strengthened your faith even more, just to kind of, when you're kind of weathering storms in your business?
Man, you're gonna get me emotional, man. It's just like my story is crazy, man. Like, I've been through molestation, I've been through a suicidal attempt, suicidal thoughts,
Yeah.
a failed engagement, lost a child. It's stuff that I've forgotten about. And it's crazy you said that, because I started thinking of stuff that I've never thought about in a very, very long time. And you look back, and it's always two things you could do. You could blame people or yourself for the things that you go through or you went through, or you could acknowledge how God got you through it,
Yeah.
and who you are today, you know? And I find myself doing that very often now, looking back at times that God saved me, God rescued me, or God just held my hand through something because he knew whatever I was going through was going to be good for me in the long run, you know? So the way it just builds my faith, even to this day, I'm still building my faith day in and day out. It's the same way that our kids have faith that whenever they come home and they turn on the lights, that there's going to be lights.
Yeah.
It's the same way that they trust you to provide them food whenever 6, 7 o'clock comes around. You don't even have to think twice about it.
Yeah.
I want my faith to be the way that I have faith that there is oxygen in this room for me to breathe.
Yeah.
And I think we're always looking for something tangible whenever it comes to God, right? Something that says, the big billboard, come to Jesus right now, Darien, come to Jesus, Mike, come to, or whatever. We always want something in our face to say that, God, you are real. And he's like, I'm in the oxygen that comes in and out of your lungs every day. I'm in the sun that rises and sets every day without fail.
Yeah.
I'm in the earth where you're able to shape buildings like this, create lightings like this. I'm in the plants that you don't have to water because I'm taking care of it.
Yeah.
I'm in the birds that you see flying in a V shape because they are ordered to fly in that manner so they could cut through the wind.
Yeah.
I give them knowledge of that. If God could give birds knowledge of how to live their life, how much more does he care about us? You know? So whenever it comes to my faith, such a crybaby. Whenever it comes to my faith, man, I've just learned to put myself in a position of understanding that God doesn't have to be right in my face.
Yeah.
Whenever he said he's in his word. And if I want to see more of God, I need to know what his word says. And the more that I indulge in this word, the stronger my faith is, because now my faith isn't based on what's in front of me, but who's inside of me.
Yeah.
And who's always been inside of me. So whenever it comes to the business, man, the more in tune I am with my faith, the more my business has done things that I can't see.
Yeah.
Just like the oxygen that we breathe every single day. But yeah, we have faith that once I breathe out and I breathe in, there's going to be oxygen there. And that's the way I treat my business. Whatever direction that it goes, whichever direction that God takes it, God is there making the impossible happen every single moment. My business is literally founded on impossible. I'm so serious. It should not be as big as what it is, besides the grace of God. So my faith is the the staple of everything whenever it comes to my business, and it's the very reason why my business is what it is.
So, deeply rooted in faith, and kind of just how you obviously all everything you've gone through that shaped who you God shaped who you are now. How do you transfer that into the pictures you make and the moments you create? Like, what's the best way that you feel you're doing that?
Man, I think honestly it's really rooted in who I am.
Yeah.
Because we're all photographers, right? But the way that you capture things is gonna be totally different from how you capture it versus how I capture it too. So I try to be in tune with who I am as much as possible, because I want people to see my perception, my perspective of that moment, right?
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about these weddings, right? Everybody's experiencing it at once, right? Mm-hmm. Grandma's watching, the bride is watching, the groom is watching, the pastor's watching, right? And there's all these different perspectives, right? But then there's my perspective. People aren't just hiring us for photos, they're hiring us for our vision and our perspective. That's deep, bro.
Yeah.
That's deep. So the more that I'm in tune with who I am as a man and also as a photographer, the more I can exemplify that vision and that perspective that God has given me for people to see, like, oh my gosh, I didn't know my uncle was crying in the background.
Yeah.
I didn't see him trying to hide himself crying, but you caught that. You know what I mean? So maximizing on your perspective and your vision of these photo shoots so that people could see a different light, see a different perspective, and not only experience what they experience for themselves, but experience what you experience in that moment too through what you captured.
Yeah. So how would you, if you had to describe kind of your style, your photography, kind of your vision, if you had to do it in like 3 to 5 words, how would you describe that?
Manic or depressing episode.
I mean, that's a style.
It's a style. No, it literally is, Just for the record, I am diagnosed bipolar 2. I was diagnosed about 3 years ago. It has been a heck of a journey. I've built a lot of things in it. I've destroyed a lot of things in it. I've lost a lot of relationships in it. And I take full accountability of that too. I'm a very, very transparent person, just to let you guys know that. What was the question? I just needed to set that for
exactly.
the record.
I feel like that's exactly. I think that's a. I feel like that's a roller coaster for you, but I feel like that even dealing with that roller coaster, I feel like you are still such a successful man in your life, relationship with your wife, with your children, and as a businessman. Still dealing with that mental illness, it seems like you are still very successful. And so that's awesome. Yeah. And I mean, kudos, because that is not something to easily deal with.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I would suppose. I mean, seeing it from my perspective, from the stuff that I have seen in my other line of work, seeing it from that perspective, it doesn't seem like it would be something to easily deal with. And the fact that you deal with that, I know that can't be easy to deal with. And the fact that you are, and you're very successful, kudos.
Thank you. And it's my foundation is God. And said, for the record too, I believe in Jesus Christ. I know I keep saying God. God could be anybody for you. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in the God of the Bible. It is the reason why in the past I have, attempted to take my own life. I have been homeless. I have been 300 pounds plus,
Yeah.
It's funny, like, I literally, would be with my therapist and stuff, use them now. Back then, it was a lot of things we got to dig and discover and uncover and heal from. Now we're kind of at a point where, we just do evaluations. I just show up and be like, hey, should I just spend all my money on giraffes and start a giraffe zoo? She's like, no, that's a manic episode. You shouldn't do that.
right? Well, I mean,
Sounds good, but probably no.
we are getting a zoo, so it wouldn't be a bad investment.
But I always tell people this: the things that happen to you, the things that are part of your life, aren't always your fault. But how you respond and how you allow it to affect your life is your responsibility.
Yeah.
100% your responsibility. So I could be boo-hoo about it. I could be boo-hoo about stuff that happened in my childhood and stuff like that with my family. But guess what? What is it going to do for me? Nothing. Yeah. I don't allow things in my life to be a crutch. I don't allow this disorder to be a crutch in my life either. I told myself, if it's going to be a part of my life, then it's going to have to be a benefit for my life, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not perfect. You know, there are some episodes that are worse than others. But for the most part, it has been a very, very big benefit in my life because I've learned to control it in a manner that has to be a benefit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
In other words, people will realize that like your life situations, the things that you deal with, you have control over yourself and you have control over how you respond to it and how it affects your life. How do you want to look at it?
Yeah.
You know, it sounds kind of cliche about, you know, the bottle being half full or half empty, but it's so true. Just as much bad as there is in the world and bad there is in the situations, there's good in it too. But what do you want to give your energy to?
Yeah.
And I choose to give good energy to the good things that's going on in my life. And in result, 90% of the time, the things that are bad going on, I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah.
It's not even a factor in my life, you know? So, yes, it is very impactful, you know? Like I said, I've made great relationships. I've hurt relationships in personal life and in business too. I don't remember. You remember that time at Leander when I rode up on you? I was like, bro,
Oh yeah.
you ain't been messing with me. You know, I was like, you ain't supporting me, Lord. I don't remember what I said. I was in a manic episode, brother. Sorry about that.
No, good.
Just for a disclaimer, sorry about that. That was a primary example. But yeah, man. So I try to be aware. My wife is a great indicator of whenever I'm in certain episodes because sometimes I can be in denial. You know, I'm like, I'm not in the episode. I'm just pissed off. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no, babe, you're trying to paint the car black now. Even
Right.
though your business is green.
She's
you
like
know?
your compass. Like when you're
Yeah,
off,
she
when you're
is.
off
You know,
track.
my
she's
dog,
like, hey.
bro, my dog is a big indicator.
Really?
She don't want nothing to do with me when I'm in the episode. She be like,
Hey. Well, I mean, some dogs can really sense, you know, they're,
oh yeah,
you know, that's pretty neat. I mean,
yeah.
that can be a
Yeah. So big indicators. My voice, the way I dress, it switches so crazy,
Yeah.
dude. Like one day I look like I'm about to saddle up some horses, and then the next day I look like I'm about to go do a drive-by.
Listen, you gotta have range, man. Okay. Gotta have range.
I mean, this is West Texas. It could go either way.
Right? So yeah, so I'm very open about it. I used to not be open about it because I just felt a lot of shame.
Yeah.
I felt I don't know, man. It kind of makes me cringe when people are like, oh, it's my ADHD or it's my bipolar, and they've never been diagnosed. It's like, bro, you really have no idea
Yeah.
the extent of what this is for people that actually have it. You know, we don't want it. I don't want it.
It's not a fun thing. It's a struggle. It's an everyday struggle, and it's not fun to have.
Yeah. So I have a TikTok that's called the Bipolar Bear, where I actually talk about. It's cool. Huh?
I love that for you.
It's a cool name, huh?
I love that for you.
Yeah, so where I actually talk about my experiences of dealing with bipolar, and I'll show people what it's like whenever I am in an episode. You know, I went through one time where I deleted everything, but thank God I put it all in my archives. So, but yeah, so
I mean, that just shows you what kind of day you're having. But
Hey, so let me ask you something though, because you know you came from a career obviously where mental health was kind of a hot button topic, like internally, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, you see a lot in this kind of profession, this sphere of photography, where a lot of photographers getting really burned out, and they they don't prioritize themselves at sometimes. Like, so how do you balance that, or how do you find balance with, you know, paying attention to your mental well-being and your business.
I always tell people you have to balance what makes you happy first.
Yeah.
You have to balance what brings you joy first, what brings you peace first. And I didn't realize that in the first few years of business, right? We kind of get sucked into it, right?
Get
it's
obsessed.
fresh, it's new, you get obsessed, you see this money coming in, you see these people talking highly about you, coming to you, right? And that high is addicting,
Yeah.
right? But that high dies.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what's still there? Your wife is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids are still there. Everything about you is still there. And the thing is, did I take care of those things while I was still on that high?
Yeah.
You know? So I always tell people, don't get so fixated on the highs of the good times, but appreciate the low times too. Because those low times are whenever you tend to invest back into the things that's important, right?
Yeah.
Like, business ain't doing too well, so I guess I'll go on a date with my wife. You should have been going on a date with your wife,
Yeah.
right? I guess I'll spend some time with my kids. You should have been spending time with your kids. Just because the business is going well doesn't mean you abandon the things that's really important, right? And I've been having to kind of like talk to some family members about this. It's like, man, just buying your kids this and that, like that's great, but guess what they want, man? They want that TLC. They
Yeah.
want that love. They want that time with you, right? And whenever you're investing into your blood, yourself, because your family is yourself, she is you. She is a reflection of you,
Yeah.
right? I always tell people, like, I look at a man's wife before I look at the man because she's going to be a reflection of who he is as a leader, who he is as the head, right? And if you're taking care of her, guess what? You're taking care of yourself too, right? So those are the things for me that makes me happy. Whenever my wife is well taken care of, my kids are well taken care of, and if they're well taken care of in the sense that they're being loved on, tangible love from me,
Yeah.
and not just I'll buy you this or, you know, baby, just DoorDash that.
Right.
Which I do that. I ain't gonna lie. But sometimes, hey, I cooked for her yesterday. The first time in like 3 months. But yeah, whenever you're investing in what makes you happy, what brings you fulfillment, you find that balance.
Yeah.
Because now you're putting the best version of yourself forward in your business and not the version that's burnt out, half booty and stuff,
Yeah.
you know, and you're fully invested in what's in front of you because you refueled yourself with what's important to you,
Yeah.
right? Now, if your business is what's most important to you, good luck. I have no advice for you on that because my business is not what's most important. It is like 4th or 5th on my list.
Yeah.
So I don't give advice where I can't, you know, but that balance for me is where I'll find peace is investing in what fulfills me the most so that I can invest in this at the fullest of who I am
Yeah.
and what I have
That
to
makes
offer.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a great, I mean, that is advice, you know, and that's really great advice. So I'm going to shift a little bit here. So you sent us, so by the way, this is what we're going to look at. You did here in the studio. I really like it. I came in here after you did it and not that it's a big deal, but there was like, it turned out to be lipstick on the floor. And I was like, what the hell is this on the floor?
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry about
No,
that.
like, don't even be mad. Like, it's not even a big deal at all. But I was like so confused as to what this substance was on the floor. And then when you sent me the picture, I was like, oh, it was lipstick.
The
And
cops started coming out of you.
I was just like,
He was like,
what
is this blood? What
Like,
is
what
this?
We need
is
to get some
this?
chalk.
Right?
We need to mark this off.
And then a crime scene in here. I was
We
so
need to review the
confused.
tape.
I was like so confused as to what it was. And then I was like, and I
He
see
sent
your
me pictures. He sent me pictures. He's like, what is this?
And then I see the pictures like, oh, it's lipstick. That makes so much more sense. It was just, that was like, it just like, it confused the heck
Was it
out of
the
me.
espresso shoot?
Yes.
Yes, because he was
Yeah.
like, what is this?
So,
Yeah.
so this is
she
your,
had like some legit 80s strong red whatever lipstick.
That's what. So this is your espresso shoot that you did here.
So this is like my favorite.
Is it
at
the
very-
heels?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that one. the
Yes.
heel. Where's it at?
It's at the very bottom.
Okay.
Espresso, guys. Espresso, located in Odessa,
Espresso?
Texas. Yes, espresso.
Espresso.
Amazing coffee.
So this looks like your title title picture with the heels. So I really like that too. That was my favorite. And then you solved the mystery of the red substance on the floor for me. But, okay, so let's talk about this one for a sec. So is this like kind of your idea? Was it theirs? Was it a collaboration? Like, how did you get to this specific picture?
She said, always tell people, like, if you don't have a vision and I don't have a vision, Pinterest is going to be your best friend. Send me
Right.
some stuff, you know what I mean? And we could meet in the middle and we could come up with something from there. So she actually sent me an idea with the legs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of my favorite things to do. I like challenging myself with seeing things. And I think that's why I've elevated so quickly in photography is I can see something and I'm like, how close can I get to matching what I just saw?
Yeah.
How close can I get to that lighting, that texture or whatever it is in that photo? You know, and that was one that I could have said no because I've never done it in my life. I don't like Canva. My wife loves Canva. I think it's the devil, you know? So, yeah, that's usually how it goes. So I was like, okay, let's challenge ourselves to do something new, you know? So took the photo that actually her legs were laid down straight. They weren't actually up to the sky.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and I actually photoshopped it, turned it, whatever, made it do the twist, and you know, and then we ended up with that photo.
Did you Photoshop, like kind of composite the coffee, or did she actually balance it? Well, you already told me the legs were on the floor, but
I'm not that brave.
you should have just said, man, she balanced her legs.
Okay.
Oh, no, I am.
Dude, I would have been like awesome. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It looks like it, right?
it does.
Right, it does.
so-
You did great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean, I think
asked.
it's a great. Yeah.
I thought about it, then I was
a
like,
great image.
do I really want to mop this place? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, no, like it really did look like you were balancing. That's what I was like, man, that's some talent.
Yeah.
Shout out to Canva. It's a love-hate relationship.
You don't use Canva? You don't like it?
I'm having to use it more and more. Just like ChatGPT. My wife thinks ChatGPT is the devil. I'm starting to feel that way too. But the Canva, I don't know, man. I love it. I just hate that. I don't like tedious stuff.
Yeah.
Did I say that word right?
Tedious, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My wife always gets on to me about it.
Oh, that's
No,
right.
it's
tedious.
I feel like it's a great, like I use it a lot for like advertisements and
Yeah.
like quick put together stuff, because there's sometimes where like I use a lot of templates because I'm like I don't want to put my own stuff together. Like it's just
Yeah.
easy to use a template.
You know, honestly, low key, I'm just a hater because my wife is better than me at it, and that's probably why I don't like it. 'Cause I don't like her being better than me and stuff. Like,
Dude, it
dude,
compliments you, though.
sometimes she'll do like weddings by herself, and I'm like looking at the photos. I'm just like, why am I leading this business? Like, why am I the lead photographer in this? Like, yo, there's someone more qualified than I am. She's great, dude. She really is, and she's a whiz with that Canvas stuff. Golly. Matter of fact, I need her to make my business cards for Sunday. I just thought about that.
Oh yeah, so you'll be there Sunday, right?
I'll be there Sunday.
we
We'll
were
be there
just
somewhere.
talking about that last night. Like,
Yeah.
all right, we got to get all of our stuff together,
Oh
ready.
my gosh. They be sneaking up on me, man.
It
Yeah.
does.
So Sunday, well, this will probably be out past Sunday, but Sunday is the
Mini
market.
Come see us next year.
Yeah, this is next year. So second set of pictures. This is a maternity you took in here. This is, I'll just kind of show you this one. I like this one. I like this one.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't appreciate my work the way I need to. That looked good. That looked really good.
It does. It does. I tell you, it's fire.
Did she flap that and you caught it the right time?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, it's fire. I told
Yeah.
you. It looks
So
looks
did you?
really good.
Did you? Was this one? You can lie on this one. Was this one shot or did you burst?
No, I didn't burst, but it wasn't one shot either. It took me like 6 times, but
Should have been like first try, got it.
yeah.
You're done.
And I always tell people this, and this is word to our clients. Man, whenever y'all give us that trust and y'all give us the patience and y'all give us great energy, it just gives us so much more room to create amazing images like that. She was so patient. She was super kind. super energetic, willing to do whatever she needed to do to get a great image. So the easier y'all are to work with, the more we're able to perform in what we do in our services.
Yeah. No, yeah. This one's, I mean, it's great. You caught it at the right time.
That was done in this studio,
Right
guys.
here, yeah.
In this studio, the downtown studio, the one and only, guys.
I love the nice little plug there.
Yeah,
I like that.
Oh yeah, I'm all about promoting, man.
Let me ask you this: what do you use to extend that background? Do you use Photoshop or Photo? Like, what do you use?
You can use Lightroom.
Lightroom. Oh, okay.
Lightroom Classic.
I'm gonna put you on game. Yeah, y'all use Evoto?
We use
Yeah,
Photo.
yeah, we like it. We like
Hey,
Evoto.
Evoto, yeah.
Evoto's the thing, man.
Yes, it is. I love Evoto. I use Evoto too.
We've done that on Photoshop, like to extend the backdrops. We've also done it on Photo. Like sometimes one's easier than the other. Sometimes it's just like whatever I'm feeling that day.
Let me throw something else out there.
What you got?
Guys, my new photographers, my inspiring photographers, you have to spend money to make money. Okay? I don't want to hear, how much can I get for a camera I could get for $200? What can I do to get free Lightroom or get free this and that? Guys,
Can I get an iPhone for $200?
You have to invest.
you have to invest. And this is not even, I'll never tell you how much I make, but I'll tell you how much I spent. I spent close to $100K on my business in 5 years. So whenever you think that I just came and everything just worked together for me and it was just rainbows and butterflies and cherry pies and all that, guess what? No, it came at a price.
No.
Yeah.
And that price was George Washington, Thomas Jefferson,
A lot of George
Benjamin
Washingtons.
Franklin. Guess what? Venmo, Cash App. You got to spend money to
credit
make
cards.
money, okay? Don't be scared. What do they say? Scared money don't make money.
Yeah.
You got to spend money. I've invested a lot into my business, and by the grace of God, here we are making money still, and I ain't missed no payment on nothing. So thank
Well,
God.
you know, that's the other thing too. It's it's an investment. You're investing.
Yes.
And
You want them to make an investment, but you don't want to make an investment into your own business?
Yep. You have to invest in yourself, and that also comes in the form of education. You know, getting your degree through YouTube, or
Investing in equipment so that you can do better and
yes.
Get out there and talk to somebody too. That's another big investment. You know, everyone would say,
Mentorship.
if people want to hire someone that they feel they can trust, right?
Yeah.
You know, but I've because I teach photography and I mentor a lot of people, and it's always kind of this mentality of like, it's just not coming my way. Like, I'm just not getting bookings. I'm just not this. I'm not that. Well, are you investing your time into what you want? That's a big thing. People think that just because I bought the camera, that it's just gonna
magically
Yeah,
appear.
your camera takes good pictures.
Just because I made a logo and I made a Facebook page that people are gonna know me and people are gonna want to book me. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't. I always tell people, there's thousands of photographers, right? What separates you from other photographers?
Yeah.
You. Yourself, who you are as a person. That's what separates.
Yeah.
So put yourself in front of your business. Lead with who you are. And I promise you, if you're a good person, if you're a terrible person, then okay, you reap what you sow.
Right.
But if you're a good person, I promise you, people will find you, and not just people, but the right people that you were made for. You're not made for it. Abundance photography wasn't made for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not. But the thing is, it's made for a specific group of people, and those are the people that I want to work with. You know, I think people always get in this mentality of like, I have to be for everyone. I have to do everything, I have to shoot airplanes, giraffes, and, RC cars or whatever, and it's like, no, do everything from the jump, but figure out what you excel at and figure out what makes you happy and then invest in that, right? And I promise you'll be successful. So please take that. Spend money to make money. And 2, figure out what's your niche inside of photography and invest in that as much as you possibly can. Whether it's with your time, whether it's with your money, whether it's with your resources. And I promise you, you'll be successful. Trust in God too. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. No.
So one last one I want to look at. So this is this is this one here, so you know.
Yeah, that's the homie.
Okay, so this was done against this black wall right here, by the way. It's totally movable, but I like it's kind of dramatic.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like directing and posing, like how do you do that?
Not every pose is made for every person. Let that sink in for a moment. For real. So I'm going to say it again. Not every pose was made for every person. Okay? I know you go on Pinterest and Instagram and you see this person that's been doing acrobats for the last 15 years with her arm way back here, looking very editorial, but it's not made for everybody. You have to figure out what works for you. And that's something that I'm very good at. I love to creep on people's Instagram before I do the shoot with them, especially if it's a model shoot, right? Because a lot of people will come in and say, I don't know what I like. I don't know which side, blah, 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 blah. Instagram snitches on them all the time, right? Because they're always from one side. They're always putting their hand on their hip. They're always doing something, right? But how do we maximize on what they already have and what they're already comfortable on, right? So that's what I do whenever it comes to posing a person. I see where they're established already. I meet them where they are, and how can we get them in a place where it's actually being displayed in a manner that's not only better, but still a good representation of who they are as a person or as a model or as a corporate, whatever, you know? So that's one way that I try to lead whenever I'm posing people, making sure that I'm making them look like a better version of themselves and not just a totally different version or something that doesn't even fit who they are at all, you know?
And then I would imagine too that just makes them feel even more comfortable, and then it makes you look like even more of an expert. It's like, oh my God, he gets me. He knows. It's like, it's creeping on your Instagram. But yeah, like that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. But it makes a lot of sense because if we want to make them kind of in the best light, we can't make them look super, like if they're uncomfortable, it's going to start to show. But yeah, making them like,
ooh, excuse me.
No, you're good.
I'm pretty sure I burped before I turned.
But no, like, yeah, that's just getting them really comfortable in the shoot. Not only makes it go much easier, but I mean, the pictures seem to reflect a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Than that as well. No, but I love these. These are great. Coffee was my favorite, especially because there was mystery to it.
Yeah. Did you see
and he loves coffee.
The headshots of the, I think it was like 4 girls? I did.
I think I did.
One of them name is Ashley, and we believe Ashley is a liar because she said that she's never modeled a day in her life. Brother, look at them photos. That girl looked like she came out the womb and was just like, wah.
Messages?
Go to messages.
Is it under the coffee one?
Nah, Angela Headshots.
Angela Headshots.
She is an incredible model.
I have it.
Incredible model. Terrible liar, but incredible model.
It's natural. Sometimes, man.
No, she's just a natural. She's not a liar, but she is a natural, dude. She was incredible.
Hey, I'm going to back up because there's another coffee one that I like. This one.
That one's dope.
Okay, tell me how you got this.
Oh, that one's easy, dude. You know, you just you have somebody come and do the, the salt. Remember the salt guy? He cut up the rib and
Salt Bay?
Yeah, that's all it was.
Were you Salt Bay in this one?
No, I wasn't. I ain't that talented. Here we go.
Taking the picture. Salt.
All right, we got it. Yeah, man. Just honestly, I did an overhead beauty light, so you can make sure that you're able to see the logo nice and clear, but you're also able to see the sprinkles. Always make sure you get a girl that got her nails done.
Right.
Okay. We don't want the coffee looking good and the nails looking like they're like
not done.
2 weeks behind on getting redone, So it was very simple.
Yeah. How many takes did you do?
That was like 1 or 2 takes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I assume there's just like several.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I like that. So no Photoshop in that one, right?
No Photoshop.
There you go.
All natural. Yes, sir.
So let me ask you something. This is kind of not off topic, but just random. If you could do any type of photography, like right now, tomorrow, like anyone you wanted, what type would it be?
Any type of photography. Man.
No limits, no budgets. Like if you literally, someone said, hey, what do you want to do? We're going to do it right now. or tomorrow. So wherever you want to go, wherever it's going to be, doesn't matter. If you could do any
Oh
type.
my gosh,
So-
that's powerful, man.
Which one? What type of photography would you be doing?
Man, I would want to do a model photography, like in the rainforest.
Oh yeah.
That'd be so dope. Like in one that doesn't have bugs and mosquitoes, you know what I mean? So you gotta
Right.
worry about that, you know. But that would be dope. I love nature, man.
Yeah.
I grew up watching Animal Planet. I still watch it every once in a while to go to sleep and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that would be really cool. Kind of like an Adam and Eve type of deal, you
Yeah,
know,
okay.
like returning to what it originally was supposed to be for us. I think that would be really dope.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. That's probably all I got. I don't really have a creative aspect and stuff. Everything, if you haven't noticed, everything I talk about relating to me is always related to God somehow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
No, I like that. I like that. That would be
that's
cool.
who you are, and it's like
It is.
shows into everything. So it's like the root of your vision is that right there. And so
Yeah.
it's showing in your what you're producing.
Yeah, I am a Christian, but I'm not a perfect Christian. So there's probably people watching this right now like, man, he cussed me out like 3 years ago.
There's no
Sorry.
such thing as a perfect Christian.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so for those of you that's like, oh man, he's not really like that. I really am like this. You
No.
probably just met me in a manic episode or a depressing episode, and I apologize for
Pretty much straight on par since I've known you. So
that. Well, that's nice to know. That's very nice to know. I think we're always our own worst critics, you know. So like sometimes I'll like have conversations with people, and afterwards I'm like, yo, was I being nice or was I being kind of a jerk or whatever, you know, just evaluating myself just because I'm serious. There's just some things that you don't have control over whenever you're in the episode, especially if you don't have that support, you know.
Yeah.
My wife isn't with me 24/7. Sometimes I call her like, hey, yeah, we lost that client, you know.
So I think we've known each other maybe 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I met you back when you were working inside the jail.
Yeah.
So about
And
10
you taught one
years
of my
now.
classes in the academy.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be really loud whenever.
Yeah, well, if
It'll
it
be
is,
fine.
it is. It's
Okay.
part of it's all just the environment at this
That's
point.
character.
It's fine.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's been-
About
yeah.
10 years now. So through all of it, yeah.
Oh, that makes
all
me
good.
feel good. I mean, like I had an entire successful career in law enforcement while being diagnosed with that, even before I was diagnosed. And I mean, I left with a good report. I don't think y'all ever heard anything bad about me as a cop or anything like that. So I think I'm doing okay, you know, by the grace of
Yeah.
God. So yeah, sorry to my exes. I remember I broke up with one of my exes because she couldn't dance.
Wow.
Hey, I got a
Wow.
reputation. Hey, I had a reputation to keep in sixth grade. Them sixth grade dances, yo.
Oh my
That
God.
usher
Oh my
would come on. Yeah. I was, and I got this girl over here can't even do the sea walk. I'm like, look, come on, man.
Jeez. It's
It was petty.
it's a
but-
it's a standard. She didn't meet the
It's a
standard.
Yeah, it was a bipolar standard. But
Are you
yeah,
you from here?
born and raised, man.
Okay.
I went to Pease Magnet School. Went to Crockett. Went to graduated from Lee. Yeah, so the whole 9 yards. Alamo.
Go Mojo.
Go where?
Mojo.
Go no.
And I don't have a dog
Terrible.
and you fine. I'm not from here.
Where are you from?
Uvalde.
Uvalde. Oh man, wow, dude, that's tough, dude.
So, yeah. So when everyone's like Lee Mojo, I'm like, cool.
They think they're cool just because they made a movie about
I mean,
them. It's like,
that
come
And
on.
a
kinda-
book.
that gives you. That
I
gives
mean,
you
and a
something,
TV
man.
show. I mean,
Yeah, they made a movie
And
about
then-
Jeffrey Dahmer's too. So
I mean, they just
Way
keep
to
talking
go,
about
buddy.
us.
I don't see no Lee movie.
it's all
Built
good,
us a
man.
multi-million-dollar stadium.
Born and raised here, Midland native. I love this town. Absolutely love it. There's a point that we all hated it. There's people that still hate it. It's because they're not from here. It is the best place to start a business, man. I always tell people if you're broke here in 10 years, it's your fault. I promise you, it's your fault.
I mean, that's
100% your fault. You know, it's such a great community. People believe in you. People want to see you be successful. People want to help you. You know what I mean?
great Southern hospitality here.
Yeah, man, for
real.
reals, you know. And I always want to be that person that I want people to be to me, you know. And there's so many more people like that. Want to see you successful, want to see you do great. So, man, I always tell people, like, if you broke here in 10 years, brother, it's your fault.
I mean, yeah, that's
This
actually
town
really
just
good
ain't for
advice.
me.
That's really
is.
good.
It's true advice, man. It really is. So, it's just a great place to raise a family and have a business too.
Yeah.
Is it expensive here? Absolutely, it's expensive, but it's because you can make a lot of money here. And if you're not making a lot of money, what are you doing? Honestly, what are you doing? If you're not doing it now, that's okay, but you should have. There should be a path in making a lot of money here, and
Fair enough.
that's just what it could be a very biased and subjective statement, but in 10 years, I guess.
But I like your boots.
You'll be
You know,
fine.
here's what I always say. I've said, you know, when people move here, or one of the things that I always tell people, I'm like, you always have to have at least one good pair of boots.
Yeah.
How many pairs you got?
I have 1, 2. My wife made me throw away a pair.
Dang.
4. I think 4 pair.
4 pair?
So
Yeah.
at least one pair of dress boots, at least one pair of dancing boots, right?
That's a thing.
Yes.
Dancing boots, yeah.
Girl, I dance in anything. Shoot.
And at least one pair of work boots, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't up to par yet whenever I first got into boots and cowboy hats and stuff like that. Hey, you know what? Let me share something with you guys too. I'm always trying to give information for people to be successful. I have a really, really good friend. He actually just signed his contract for his wedding. His nickname is Damo. His full name is Dominique Brown. And he owns Game Ready USA. And he owns like 6 other businesses. This man, he literally will wear Gucci to go take out the trash. Like, this man is fly all the time. He even told me one time, he's like, yeah, look, like I got this little outfit to go to the movies by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is that dude. He is like, you see him, you just like, you want to have a conversation with him. And I was working this gig one time. This was before I got really big into fashion. I was still 300 pounds, like not taking care of myself. I was dang near on 600-pound life, you know, having people putting lotion on my legs for me. And
You're halfway there. 300.
yeah, for real. And he showed up to the gig that I was at, and I don't remember what I was wearing, but he was like, bro, you look like you don't care about yourself. He's like, and because you look like you don't care about yourself, you look like you don't care about your business either.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, okay, you know, just let me know when you're going to stab me in the stomach, you know, or stab me in the face. But it was much needed. He was like, and I can't make this up, guys. So we're talking about, he's like, yeah, man, dress like you take care of yourself. He's like, you're a representation of the people that hire you. You're a representation of the people that know you.
Yeah.
You want people to be proud to know. You want people to feel good whenever they say, yeah, I know Darien. You know, I know Smitty or whatever, you know, they call me. He's like, man, sometimes I could just, in my outfit, he's like, people will just compliment my watch or compliment my shirt or whatever. And then that sparks a conversation. And now we're talking about business, and now they're a client, and now we're friends and all this other stuff. These people walked in the door and they were like, oh my gosh, I love your shoes. And from there, they had a 30-minute conversation, you know? And I was like, dang, he's right. The same way that I said that our wife is a representation of us, the way that we carry ourselves is a representation of how much we care about business. That's why I always tell people, man, get yourself a professional headshot. Yeah. Because you taking a picture, you think I'm going to hire you as a defense attorney for me, and you take a picture of yourself in your car?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or a Walgreens photo.
Yeah, come on, man. You know, so our persona and the way that we carry ourselves, the way that we dress, the way that the visuals that we put out is so important too. It tells people that I care about what I do.
Yeah.
I love what I do. I invest in what I do. And I'm not someone that just picked up a camera and just decided to start shooting because my husband's working in the oil field all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true, though. Like, you look at some of the people running their businesses or just some people day to day, it's like, hey, you got to kind of, we're not saying you have to be flashy in fashion, but you need to look professional because that's going to reflect on your business. And
exactly.
I think a lot of people kind of don't even consider that.
Yeah,
but
that's
I
true.
do, and you do, and a lot of people surprisingly still do.
Yeah.
So I think I think that's great advice for kind of these photographers. Like, hey, like you don't have to wear the tuxedo, but you got to look nice. Like you got to look presentable. And you know, obviously, if you're shooting a wedding, you ain't showing up in chanclas, like
exactly.
And you got to dress a little bit nicer. And then when you're kind of doing something else, like there's other stuff that's acceptable out in the field.
If you are a professional, carry yourself professionally.
That includes
with the way you
your
talk,
dress.
the way that you walk, the way that you dress, all of it. It all matters. I always tell people the greatest marketing tactic is what you present that's in front of people right now. Right?
Yeah.
If I'm having a conversation with someone, guess what? I'm already marketing right now with how I'm talking to them, what I'm talking about, and how I look too. When I pull this thing out, these cowboy, do you know how much business these cowboy hats have brought me just because I look good with one on?
Oh, yeah.
And it's always, for some reason, old white men. Boy, you so look good in that cowboy hat. Yeah, you're right.
It's because of the turkey feather you got on there.
Right?
So where'd you get that one?
Dude, this was from a gig, a birthday party.
Yeah.
They had Cavenders there selling hats for $80.
Really?
Got 2 of them bad boys.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So I love my cowboy hat. It's brought me so much business. It's a staple. And my cowboy hat is Dominique's shoes.
Yeah.
It's a conversation starter.
It's Texas. I mean, nowadays you got to have one.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he looks, I mean, I'm just going to put this out here. He looks good in cowboy hat. I'm just going to say
it. Hey, I'm all for hyping up your man. Shoes. I love my wife. My wife hyped me up this morning. Like, girl, shoes.
Plus the beard. I'm just going to say it. The beard and the cowboy hat.
Yeah. See? Well, you don't want certain people starting conversations with him. But, just like my wife don't want certain people.
It's all right. I got to look down. I got to look down.
So yeah, man, take care of yourself, man. Be presentable whenever you're out at all times. Yeah. I'm so serious, all times. I don't care if you're going to Walmart. It's Midland. You're going to run into somebody that you know. So look good, look presentable, look professional, and look like somebody that you would want to have a conversation with. So I learned that 3 years into my business, whenever I changed the way that I presented myself, my business took off even more than before. I lost 50 pounds, man, just being in the gym. So if I'm going to sell a good product, I want to look good with my product too.
I bet that made you feel better too.
Oh, girl, I ain't got to hold my breath to tie my shoes no more. Hey, we done made it. We done made it. I ain't got to. Hey, man, I go walk upstairs now without breathing like I'm hiding in a horror movie or anything like that. Right. The Monahan Sand Hills is like easy for me now. Oh my gosh. If you ain't never been out there, go do some Zumba classes, some CrossFit or something like that if you ain't never worked out a day in your life, because you're going to die out there. I'm so serious, man. That sand is no joke.
So here's a question. What's one of your favorite places to shoot in this area?
Ooh, my favorite place to shoot. Man, that's a good question. It's the downtown studio. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. The downtown studio is my favorite place to shoot. I love studio photography. I'm very, very good at it. And there's everything you need is here. The only thing that wasn't here that I needed, I put it in there. It's in the closet now. Okay. So everything you need is here, guys. All you need continuous light, it's here. You need strobe light, it's here. You need a speed light, it's here. It's all here, guys. I promise you. So whatever you're thinking of photography-wise, and you see it on Pinterest, I promise you, it's inside of this studio. And if it's not, they'll do everything in their power to get what you need. It's amazing. So this is my favorite place to shoot. I don't know if that was a setup or not.
It was not, but thank you.
It was not, but we'll take it.
This is my favorite place to shoot.
So what's your second favorite place to shoot?
The other room. What's my third place? The patio.
So now that he did the cool plug, I mean, how about this place, right? Yeah. Is this place
incredible.
not? I mean, man. Okay, what can you not love about this new place? I mean, there's so many great rooms to shoot in, and just the space itself, it's so roomy and
honestly, like I mean, not just because it's my spot, but like I love shooting here because I like to just walk out to the park, or it's easily you got the park, you've got kind of the downtown vibe.
Yes, exactly.
So it's kind of all in one, and you can easily do something here, walk right outside and do it, and you can do it all in like 30 minutes. It's like, why not?
Beautiful, dude. I love it so much. Just for other photographers to understand, like I used to have my own studio and had a baby on the way. I was just like, yo, it's either keep the studio or get rid of it. I almost said that wrong. Keep the baby or get rid of the studio. Whoa, we're going to get flagged. But yeah, just being able to show up here and, man, the stresses of setting up, the stresses of, do I have everything I need? No, like everything you need is right here. And you're able to let them know, hey, I need this color backdrop. I need this type of lighting. I need this type of chair, stool, or whatever. And just showing up and it's there. And all you have to do is pull out your camera and just start shooting. Oh, man, that's why my work looks the way it does. I mean, in my studio, I couldn't produce stuff like that because I spent so much energy setting up, so much energy getting the backdrop up and stuff like that. So whenever you're able to dedicate your full capacity into just producing the photos, man, what more could you ask for? So thank you guys. Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for always working with me. Because, clients be late and stuff like that. But you're always kind of like, hey, it's cool, whatever. Sorry, other photographers, they don't do that for you. I got special privileges. No, just playing. But y'all are great, man. Y'all made my life so much more easier.
Well,
and it's much
appreciated.
much appreciated. So yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, we love what you're producing in the space. I mean, it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
We love seeing all the stuff that you're producing. So keep creating. We love seeing it.
Thank you.
Well, Darien, thank you for being out here. Thank you for being a part of the studio and creating some really cool things. I hope to see more.
Yes.
But thank you for being here. So how can people find you? What are your handles on social media and your website?
The way that you can find me, guys, is by finding Jesus first. I'm not here to promote myself. I'm not here to share myself. If they decide to put my tags at the end of the video or into the comments or whatever, that's great. But I'm here to promote God. Jesus is the way. He loves you. He's always loved you. And some of you don't understand what love is, but the thing is, I promise you, if you just dig into his word, you'll figure out what that love is. Love is a choice. It's not a feeling. Stop leaning on your feelings, but lead on the choice to choose God. And just give him that chance, and I promise you, he will not fail you. So that's what I want to finish off with.
That's powerful. That's very powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Darien.
Yeah, thank you for all that.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate all the work you've done here. Like I said, I really like this stuff. I really like what you're doing. And I'm sure all the clients are loving what you're doing too. So that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so don't forget to follow us on Downtown Studio Midland.
Yes.
So
don't just follow, book, guys.
Yeah, Downtown Studio Midland on Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, come see the studio. Lots of things happening here soon.
Oh, and we have memberships available that we've got some awesome perks in. So
that I should have got a long time ago.
Yeah. So we'll be increasing up some membership perks. I think we're gonna do some exclusive. Isabel. You know Isabel, right?
Yeah.
I think she's gonna be doing some like exclusive video specific or just for members, where you kind of have exclusive access to some of her marketing material and whatnot. So that's coming soon. So yeah, we appreciate everything. But Darien, it's been a pleasure, man.
It's been a pleasure.
Hey, pleasure is mine.
So
we'll see you next time.
See you guys.